Okay, let's talk about Rúben Amorim. Today is a very significant day for him as Manchester United manager. It is his anniversary, one full year at the club ever since joining from Sporting Lisbon from Portugal. And yeah, it's been a roller coaster ride for Amorim. I mean, to begin things, uh, to start things off, he lost the European Cup final against Tottenham, which we really were the favorites. We were expected to win, especially after overcoming Lyon in the latter stages of the competition. That game is very very memorable, and we should have lost that game at Old Trafford. At one stage we threw it away, and Lyon were on their way to the semi-final. But that remarkable comeback, that game was absolutely amazing. And many United fans, including myself, thought that okay, maybe this coach is gonna do something very very rare, something for the first time, for a manager to win the European Cup in his first season at United. But that didn't happen. We lost the final. Then we lost to Grimsby Town in the League Cup, you know. So, yeah, it has been very, very disappointing for Amorim, shocking results, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of draws, lost games, even the games that we won, the performances were not there, so, we've only seen small glimpses of what Ruben Amorim is all about. Sometimes Manchester United would play very well, especially in big games. Remember us winning at the Etihad, beating Arsenal in the FA Cup at the Emirates Stadium. So, there are glimpses of hope, but you know, consistency is something that has really hampered Ruben Amorim's reign at Manchester United so far. And there have been a lot of high and lows, and who can forget the 15th place finish, which was ridiculous for a club like Manchester United, as big as Manchester United. At one stage there were even fears of relegation for Man United. And yeah, that was devastating. Because in the previous year, Eric Ten Hag, I think he also had a similar finish, but maybe a little bit higher. But still, we didn't qualify for European places, and it was a horrific start to Ruben Amorim's era. So, um, you know, in recent games, especially after that Grimsby Town upset in the League Cup, a lot of people felt that that was the end of Amorim, and I myself thought that okay, I think Ineos now, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, they've seen enough. I think now they'll go and get a proper manager, somebody who can actually start winning games. And part of Ruben Amorim's problem was his own formation. Now remember, this formation worked for him very well at Sporting Lisbon, where he experienced big success. The 3-4-3 formation. Um, you know, his tactical tweaks, you know, um, they were not effective. Even though he stuck to this formation, we saw that Manchester United were not winning games still, and the performances were not so good, and we were getting exposed, even physically, by teams like Grimsby Town, who gave us a real run for our money. And they were, you know, leaks at the defense. We're conceding goals, and the formation is just not hasn't worked. And Ruben Amorim, you know, his stubbornness has not really helped him that much, and it nearly got him sacked. And the players as well. There were rumors that there were players that didn't really agree with his philosophy, his style of play, and which is why he released a lot of players. Players like Marcus Rashford, Garnacho. So many players left in the transfer window. Jadon Sancho as well. So there were dressing room problems as well. To add on to his on the field problems. Um, there were players that didn't really understand his philosophy and didn't get along with him so well. That has also hampered his progress at Manchester United. Not to say that I'm making excuses for him. He's a top coach, and he should be uh, able to win games. More games than he has done. However, in his second season, which is this current season now, he has splashed. Manchester United have given him some money to go and buy some players, and his first signing, of course, was Patrick Dogu last season. This season, he's brought in a couple of significant names: Brian Mbumo, Benjamin Sesko, Matthias Cunha, Sina Lamans. So I think the team is much stronger than last season already, and Ruben Amorim is on the short list of becoming manager of the month. So he's doing a very good job in instilling a lot of confidence and belief into the team right now, and the players look more convinced, and they seem more determined to play for Ruben Amorim, to fight for Manchester United. So right now, people are talking about how important qualification for European places is. So, Manchester United are expected to play in Europe each and every season, but it has been tough. Other teams like Newcastle, Tottenham, you know, these teams are also fighting for European places. So this is what makes the English Premier League the best league in the world. All teams are fighting to finish as high as they can. So it's very important for Ruben Amorim this season to keep the momentum, to keep things going in the right direction. Three wins in a row, and they have a good chance to make it 4 wins in a row at the City Ground against Nottingham Forest. So Ruben Amorim is a manager that has been through a lot. To conclude this video, I think we can agree that Ruben Amorim has had a lot of ups and maybe a lot of downs than ups, and it has been extremely difficult for him to be a Manchester United coach, and it has been difficult for us as Man United fans to watch Manchester United because most of the time when we watch Manchester United, we think, maybe a loss or a draw, and it shouldn't be that way because Man United are the biggest club in the world, and we are expected to win games, more games, this season and each and every season because we are a big club. So let me know what you think. What do you make of Ruben Amorim's 1 year anniversary as Manchester United coach? Do you still think he's not good enough to be in this position? Or do you perhaps think that he needs more time to show us what he has? To show us his ability as a coach, to show us uh, that his potential to potentially take Manchester United back to the top of world football, at the summit of world football, winning trophies again, just like the time of Sir Alex Ferguson's era. Let me know what you think. Do you think Ruben Amorim is good enough to remain coach, the head coach of Manchester United? Do you think he will, be a manager still at the end of the season, and furthermore moving to other seasons? Or do you think that Manchester United is only a matter of time that we get a new coach, um, in the course of the end of the year or maybe next season? Let me know what you think about Ruben Amorim, his anniversary, the game today. Do we have a chance to win? Do we have the ability to keep the momentum going? I'd like to hear from you. Comment down below. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I will see you soon.